What's up, guys? Simply Coco here, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to yet another installment of 31 Days of Halloween here on my channel, a series where every day for the month of October I will be posting a October or fall or Halloween inspired video in The Sims 4. So as you can tell from the title, today I am building a home from the movie Nightmare Before Christmas. It's not directly inspired from one of the homes on that movie. Um, so yeah, I have actually, disclaimer, I've never actually seen the movie. Um, I don't know if that's gonna make some of you gasp, or or you won't really care. But yeah, I actually have never seen the movie. Um, so I'm just doing the best that I can while looking at some reference photos in order to build something in the aesthetic of the film. So, as you also could probably tell from the title, I am doing this build as a part of my very first collab. I mean, I guess it's not my first because I've done a few. I've done one. No, I've done two save files before. Um, but I did that with a few simmers that half of them didn't even have YouTube channels. But now I am doing it with the lovely PaulPancake and the lovely MissSimReno, also known as April. So yeah, thank both of you again. If you're watching this video, thank you so much for allowing me to do this collab with you. I know I'm still a pretty small Sims YouTuber, but I hope that I, did this build some justice and actually added something to your channels as well. So just thank you again. But as you can see, the outside of oh, by the way, I definitely will have their YouTube channels linked down below if you don't already follow them, or subscribe to them if you don't already subscribe to them. I will put their YouTubes down in the description, and I'll put their Twitters down in the description as well, so you can give them a follow over there as well. Their videos, I'm not sure when they will be up because I'm passing the save file off to MissSimReno today. So then she has a week to work on it, and then she's passing it to Paul, and he has a week to work on it. And I think we're gonna plan to get it up on the gallery on October 30th. And so October 30th, I will be posting a tour video of the entire build in its entirety. We're basically doing a we're doing a tiny home community of all homes that are in this style. So that's the whole collab. Like I said, we're planning on getting it up on the gallery on the 30th. So yeah, on the 30th, I will be posting a full tour video of all three of our builds. Probably just their builds. Like, I'll go back and show like the exterior of mine and go through the interior of mine really quickly. But I'll mainly be focusing on theirs because you would have already seen mine in this speed build. So look forward to that on the 30th of October. I don't know what time, but definitely that day. Yeah, so I'm really excited to see their builds. I'm actually really scared to see their builds because Paul is very detail oriented in his builds, and I was really nervous with building this. Like, oh, is mine gonna even compare to theirs? But I am proud of what I came up with. I did try to throw some tricks in there just to kind of show that, I'm not just, building something regular, smegular in The Sims with the items that were given. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I tried to use different items in unconventional ways, and I'll explain that more. when I get to the main thing that I did. I did use, though, these rocks, which are actually side tables, to surround the lot, just to make it look like it's surrounded by like big boulders and stuff. There's a lot of that in the aesthetic of the movie, at least from the reference photos that I looked at. And I also watched, I forget her name. I think it was Sati Sims, if that's her name. She did a Nightmare Before Christmas video 2 years ago, and I kind of drew some inspiration from that as well. I'll link that video below, just so I'm not taking credit for anything, and I'm giving credit where credit is due. So I'll link her video down below as well. But yeah, now I'm just going around the lot. I used this kind of brick pavement from Get Together, and then I'm going around with terrain paint to make it sit into the lot better. And now I'm just going around with mud to make the lot just, again, sit into the landscape better. Yeah, and here's what I did. I used these debug orbs that came with Realm of Magic, and I put them inside of the pumpkins that had carvings so that they would always stay lit. Because they do have the pumpkins with carvings, I think some of them do have candles in them, but they don't always stay lit, especially if you size them up or down. The candles don't stay lit. So I did use the orbs from Realm of Magic to make them always lit. Even in the daylight, you can kind of see them lit up. Even though there's hardly any daylight in Forgotten Hollow, so you definitely can always see them in this lighting. But yeah, that was the only real like trick that I did with this build. Paul and April, feel free to steal that idea if you would like. Yeah. But now we're moving on to the interior, so you can completely ignore what I am doing with this kitchen space, because I don't know why I was trying to fit a full-on kitchen in this tiny home. It is a tiny home. It is on a diagonal, so furnishing and stuff like that was kind of difficult. But yeah, you can I should have even cut this footage out because nothing stays the same. I think it's just gonna randomly cut at some point and it'll be what it's gonna be. So I really wanted to use a mini fridge, but none of them really fit the aesthetic of this build. But yeah, here we go to what it's actually gonna be. I'm using this base game couch that looks a little older. I had to use this rug. This console table is from Cats and Dogs, and I put this Eco Lifestyle TV on it and then some other clutter. As far as the kitchen itself, there is no stove. I left the same fridge in there, and then I put a counter and a end-piece counter, and I put a microwave on there. And then towards the end of the build, you'll see me clutter up the kitchen, and I'll put those, like, I don't know what pack they came in, but they're like little aliens, or they're not aliens, but there's stuff in these jars, and they look like animals that have been like preserved, and I put them on top of the microwave. You'll see what I mean in a second, as like whoever lives here eats those. I do imagine a female sim living in this lot. I don't know what she would be though. Maybe a vampire, because she has a photo of Vlad over here. She could also be a ghost or a spellcaster, or really any occult sim that you would like. Maybe not a spellcaster though, because I didn't put a cauldron in this build. But yeah, the entire place is lit up by candlelight. There are no ceiling lights whatsoever. And I'm also using the Eco Lifestyle wooden, I don't know what you'd call it, paneling for the walls on the interior and the exterior. And I like it because it looks kind of, you know, handmade, and like it's got some wear and tear to it. But I don't know if that really fits the aesthetic of the film, or you know, the actual builds in the movie. Builds, I'm calling them builds. Oh, excuse me. But these are the little jar things that I'm talking about that has like preserved creatures on the inside of them. But that's what I was talking about. So I'll ask Paul in April if this wallpaper is okay. I'm not sure. Once their videos come out, I might go see what they use, and if they both so happen to use the same thing, I might change mine. But since Paul is last, he is going to be doing a lot of detailing, so I might just say, hey, if that wallpaper doesn't work, please feel free to change it on my build. But yeah, now I'm doing the exterior. Well, not doing the exterior, but I'm putting a sink out here because there's not room for one in the proper kitchen area. So I ended up putting it on the back porch. I think I'll go back there for you to see it later on. But then over here, I always like to make every part of my build playable. So I didn't want this humongous porch or area where there was nothing to do. So I do put these rocking chairs here, and you don't see me do this on camera, but in the corner right across from these rocking chairs, I do end up putting a grill. It's the one from Jungle Adventure that's kind of like made out of a what do you call it, like a barrel, one of the metal barrels. Now I'm just putting some scratches and holes and water stains on the walls just to make it look a little more older and worn and torn and all that good stuff. This is where I put the sink, as you can tell. Now I'm adding more what are those called, spider webs? Yes, I say more spider webs because I added some. I had already added some before you just saw me put those. So I just wanted to put some more, make it look a little more scary and creepy. Now I'm jumping up into the bedroom area, which I actually really enjoy. I was surprised that I was able to fit a double bed up here. Hopefully it's functional. Like, hopefully they can get around the bed. Because since it's on a diagonal, it was hard for me to place the ladder. So the ladder's kind of in a funky spot. So hopefully your Sims can get around that if you do decide to download this lot once we're completely done with it. And now that I am just about done with this video, I realized I do not have a bathroom in this house at all. So I'm either gonna have to A, change the layout of the bedroom, or B, I'm going to have to put some type of outside bathroom. What I'll probably do is I'll put like the wooden tub outside on the deck, and then the toilet is I don't know. The toilet, I don't know where it's gonna go, but before this lot is uploaded, and definitely before I send it over to MissSimReno, I'm going to be adding a toilet. I did also add a graveyard back here, by the way. I just really like that extra little touch. And as you can see, guys, the screenshots are rolling. So please check out Paul and MissSimReno's videos as they come out, and check out the entire build coming out on October 30th. Other than that, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it. And I will see you all then. Bye, guys.